and a lot of people are unaware of it. I mean, we hear about Prop 50 in California, and the Texas redistricting fight made a lot of news, but there are other states that are really important. Give us the update. Where do we stand right now?
Yeah, Andrew, it's been actually crazy in the background right now because there's a lot of states that are wholly Republican dominant that are not being helpful whatsoever in the fight against Gavin Newsom and what they've done in California. So as a recap for everyone, Gavin Newsom, we know they just passed the prop for redistricting. They're going to take away essentially 5+ Republican seats off the table pretty clearly. And the only way that you can combat that is with our big Republican states and then a bunch of these other smaller Republican states that can kind of cobble together to help offset this really manipulative hijacking of the electoral system that Gavin Newsom has entered into. And this is all important because remember, Gavin is doing this in part because this is helpful to him in looking like the savior for the Democrat Party as he tries to run for president in 2028. So everything's interconnected. It's all possible. Right now, Indiana, who has Republican state senators in districts that Trump won by 20 to 30 points, that are pushing back on redistricting to gain net 2 seats. So Indiana, one of the historically most Republican states in the country outside of the sad Obama blip that happened in 2008.
Yeah.
But they swear that was not normal.
Yeah.
It really has been one of the most Republican states that we have in the nation. Really has also very Republican metropolitan areas. And there is real justification for a solid through and through red state plan map, if you map it out very fairly, very squarely, for that. But because of the way the process that redistricting works on, and everybody that's a listener needs to become very familiar with this terminology, majority minority districts. So what the Democrats have been doing now for many decades is they've been pushing this concept through lawfare of remapping every state around majority minority districts, meaning that they have to consequentially gerrymander districts to include populations that have their large populations in your state of minority communities.
So this would be Hispanic.
This is
majority.
the classic Voting Rights Act thing.
So this is the Voting Rights Act argument that's being discussed. We won't probably get into the details of it now, but we will probably start to tear this apart over the next year. But essentially, the big ones in America, obviously, are the Hispanic communities, Black communities, and Native American communities in certain areas.